far away. See me far away. Shabada. Tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have. Because I have myself. Then think say na defense. Make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see. Yeah. Unless you have the sense. You go let to pretend. Do not run away. Kind of sober than you. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I talk. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I know. I don't come to speak my mind with no delay. Let them know say una eyes are clear about on our way. Watch out, many things they happen in that country you did. So some people trouble upon people every day. Even when you did, you go talk say you know day. I need to understand why this one about. I need to understand why this trip apart. The promise that we got and nationalize. The promise we will live and no complaints. Watch me far away. Watch me far away. See me far away. See me far away. Tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have. Because I have myself. Then think say na defense. Make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see. Yeah. Unless you have the sense. You go like to pretend. Do not run away. Kind of sober than you. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I talk. That is why I say. That is why I say. That is why I know. Samada, ta. Cakes and I come back again to tell people say, now here we day. We don't come to stay. I say no retreat, no surrender. We're leaving be, but no arrange. Look at the soldiers killing innocent Biafrans every day. Look at Islam is killing innocent Christians every day. It depends on me, it depends on me, it depends on me. Chupoki kofiama, patoranyo se maka, patoranyo se maka. I know ginaka, that is why I say, that is why I talk, that is why I know. That is why I say, that is why I talk, that is why I know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mohamadike one, Umu Biafra nine, Ayisigi Gabaniru, Onyaka ya Docha, Weli Feneme, Onye Naya Netuno Hine, Juku kwa Mawaja. You are whiter than snow. Woku Kibesioku. We stand where you stand. We say no secret trial. Onye Chuku. Beso Sika. Osiki. Ohamadike. No secret trial. Prophet Yahweh's young. Osiki, Ahamadike, Osiki Chisike, Mazi, Alifostus, Uchemafo, the deputy director of Radio Biafra in London, Onakwaki, Osiki Kusike, no any feneme, Sepite, Ejike, Goli, Osiki, one day Puja Bija, Sikwa, no any feneme, no any fenafia, no any fenato. One name Victor Chimezie Okorochukwu Igbo Network Television London Osiki Jisike na agwụgị n'azụ ụmụ Biafra niile gedi n'ụwa asiki gaba n'iru no secret trial. No secret trial, no secret trial, no secret trial. Hey, watch me far away, see me far away. Tell me what you saw, I will show you what I have.
Be on head, please, be on head.
Make you watch my back.
Good afternoon, wonderful Biafrans. Over some regions all over the world. You are welcome to Biafra Television Europe. I am Nwada Jovista Chichi, and if this is your first time of joining us on BTV, you are welcome. This afternoon, we are going to have an analyst in the house who shall be looking at a flawed value system. Nigeria, as a flawed value system that prioritizes operation over justice, is a betrayal to humanity. But before I'll bring in our guest, as our usual tradition, I am going to take IPOB's policy for this year instead of taking our traditional press release. I will want us to pay attention to this landmark nation address by our HDOS on the 1st of January 2025. The landmark nationwide address and policy directives by the head of Directorate of States, HDOS, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, on January 1, 2025. The summarized and published by the DOS Secretariat on 2nd January 2025. The Directorate of States of the Indigenous People of Biafra, DOS, has deemed it imperative to take these transcripts available to all Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, and to whom it may concern, especially to those who could not find time to listen to the nationwide address by the head of Directorate of States of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Chika Edoziem, on the 1st of January 2025. The reiteration of the mission statement and policy of IPOB was necessary for the following cogent reasons. Firstly, it was to serve as a clear guideline to our ardent family members all over the world as to what their duties and responsibilities are in 2025. Key performance indicators have been set to monitor progress against the set objectives at the end of this fiscal year. Secondly, it was to remind our oppressors and their agent provocateurs in an unequivocal term that we mean business, and no amount of blackmail, abductions, incarcerations, judicial somersaults, and extrajudicial killings can deter the collective will of Biafrans to achieve our ultimate goal, which is the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra as an independent nation in West Africa via a UN and AU supervised referendum. Obviously, this is the only available option to preserve the Biafran people from the ongoing subtle war of extinction and perpetual subjugation meted against us by the deep state. Anyone who still believes that the Biafra versus Nigeria war of genocide really ended in January of 1970 is either hallucinating or deluded. In fact, an independent investigation carried out by our intelligence has revealed that the ongoing clandestine war of 1967 to 1970 still goes on. And if you check the Facebook page of Mazi Chichi, you will see where it is boldly printed out, and it is good that all Biafrans will save this very policy for this fiscal year 2025. Once again, I am Nwada Jovista Chichi, and bringing to us to the studio is African representative in the person of Mazi JCI Onyeukwu. Mazi JCI, you are welcome to the studio.
Wanda, God bless you. It is my pleasure.
Thank you, Mazi, and Happy New Year to you and to our wonderful viewers.
Yes, and to you and to everyone out here. Biafrans all over the globe. Happy New Year.
This is going to be our first analysis for the year 2025, and you are here to do justice to that. As you know that our topic is a flawed value system that prioritizes operation over justice is a betrayal to humanity. But I will want us, before we go into that, let's talk briefly about Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi, you know that many Biafrans and many people we are looking forward to the Nigerian president Bola Ahmed Tinubu releasing Mazi Nnamdi on or before 25th of December 2024, but that didn't happen, and we are here in 2025. Mazi, how is his continuous incarceration? How is it getting to Biafrans and to lovers of freedom at large?
Thank you, Wada. I remain Mazi JCI Onyeukwu as she has introduced me. I'm a humble servant of the indigenous people of Biafra. The continued incarceration of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, is a sad one. Many of us didn't have anything to celebrate. The Christmas was blue and dark for us because when we look at what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria, we have no joy. Many of us have lost the zest that make life sweet. What make life, fun? You want to go home, you want to celebrate merriment. There's no reason to celebrate again. The expectations were high. We personally pleaded, we begged Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release our leader as a special Christmas gift. He didn't do that. The same way Buhari behaved. Pam Bazurika Meji begged Buhari in his sick bed on wheelchairs. That old man shed tears begging Buhari, release Kanu to me. The Fulani man looked into his face and said, to her with you. Who are you people? We have been despised. We have been ridiculed and relegated. It's not what makes me my heart ache. It's not what gives me headache. It's that those who call themselves our political leaders are goofing around and bowing to these people. They are enemies. We said in our coastal region program that if by December 31st, Mazi Nnamdi is not released, we will reassess our relationship with the Dudua people. And we have just done that. We have come to see that these people are our enemies. We can't be laughing with our enemies. We'll deal with them officially. It's not something that you say this. Don't say it. Everybody knows that we're not friends with the Fulanis. We don't marry them because we're not friends. Kemi Badnosh or whatever it's called say that the Yorubas and the Northerners are ethnic enemies. So that's what we are. The Yorubas, we've always seen them as friends, but we are not. They are our enemies. So the refusal to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu attests to that fact that we are not friends. We are living with enemies and we are opening our teeth with them. Don't Igbo who is moving around everywhere. He had a party in Ibadan. He has security men guiding him. He had a elaborate party that people came from all over the world. He was in a 10 Darwin strength to submit the application for the agitation with his friends. He came back. Did anybody arrest him? What is the crime of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? That he asked for referendum. Igbo who is asking for referendum, he moves around freely with security protection. Tinubu is in Imo State, in Enugu State, in Anambra State, killing every day, and nobody talks about it. You want us to be laughing with him? What for? He's killing our people every day. He's a commander-in-chief of the armed forces. The military is everywhere. He's killing. The whole world knows. It's an open secret. The fiddles are everywhere. The write-ups are everywhere. The society have come to enumerate all the killings in the East. Where do you see this number of people killed in a region when the war is not declared? Where does that happen except in the East? So rather, his failure to release Kanu tells us the Father, yes, you people are enemies. Our agenda, the only agenda we have for the Igbos is to destroy, destabilize your region, kill your people, scatter your people, and send you away from home. That's the agenda. That's what it means. So, and that's how it comes to us. That is a deliberate act. Anybody hoping to negotiate, do any political negotiation with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is wasting his or her time. This noble family is no more talking. The era of threats are over. The more they delay, the more they give us opportunity to prepare. If anybody expects us to come to ANA and tell us if we don't release Kanu, so they will happen. We no longer do those things. They're childish. Because when we tell them what we're planning, they are still looking for countries to negotiate, countries to give oil to, countries to enter deals with. So we're not talking again. Let them keep delaying. Let them keep delaying to be at their own detriment. We're no more smiling. We're not happy. There's nothing happy about the year. It's a sad year. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in jail, I am a sad man. I don't sleep at night. It's not because I have any sense of insecurity. No, I don't feel any threat. I don't sleep because my people are killed every day. Every second of the day, I open my phone. Somebody has been killed in Imo State. Who does that? Nigerian government. Who is Nigerian government? It's Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's killing my people, and he's holding our leader. So he's using the incarceration of Kanu to continue the agenda that the Fulani Buhari started. That's the agenda that they have with Britain, and to continue that agenda of total elimination of the Igbo race. Level.
Thank you so much, Mazi. There is no Biafran that is happy about the ongoing incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the annihilation of our people. And that is why we are becoming more resolute. Mazi, let's move into today's business. We still have other things to talk about Tinubu, but let's move ahead with today's topic. We will talk about that at the end of the program. Mazi, before we talk about the flood system, can you emphasize briefly on a value system?
Thank you, Nwada. Values, I want to begin by defining or explaining what the values represent. Then I'll relate it to national values, and I'll narrow it down to what it looks like in this zoo, what it was, what it is now, and what will happen if these things are not corrected. Values basically are the broad principles that undermine beliefs, specific statements that people hold dear about their common existence. So, in every sane society, values are conceived as the general guide to action. In other words, values and human life are inseparable. Then we must understand that values are the statement from the standpoint of a culture and of what ought to be. If I now move to what is fair, I've just talked about value in general. We're not talking about what's natural value. So when you talk about national values, you are referring to the national value of a country are those principles I just talked about, the behaviors, the qualities that a nation holds in highest esteem with utmost regard. So these are the what you talk about, when it comes to value system. So in a nutshell, we're talking about the representation of the paramount values upheld throughout the whole common cultural experience of a nation. So values are reduced to simply put code of conduct. Code of conduct in a very society. That is the standard of life set by the society that's acceptable by everybody, even to the international community. Now, what is the value system in Nigeria before now? Before the ABC political marauders came on board, Nigeria had a relatively stable and acceptable value system that was pinned to the constitution that was operated. You know, right now as we speak, Nigeria is operating an Islamic constitution, but nobody talks about it. The Abdul Salam constitution is a pure Islamic constitution that is a complete negation, a complete turnaround from the old system. So our value system, what we hold so dear, our ways of life, are what is encapsulated in a document called Constitution. See, you can talk about the value system of a country in the absence of the Constitution. What are those things held dear? What are those things that are right to do? The way they go about their lifestyle. Now, before now you ask, what was the value system of Nigeria? And what is the value system of a nation, generally speaking? So the value system of a nation talks about there are basic things that are expected in every nation. There are certain characteristics, there are certain behaviors in every country that informs the way the people behave, that informs the way they live their life. And there are people we call the custodians of national value. That's the people who project these constitutions, people who interpret it, people who decide what the law is, that's the government, and you go down to the parents, to the teachers, down to the media. These are the custodians of the value system. Now, what was the value system of Nigeria? Before now, the value system of Nigeria was based on, we talk about discipline. The past value system of Nigeria was discipline, honesty, hard work, accountability, loyalty, respect for the elderly, truthfulness, patriotism, self-discipline, dedication to duty, cleanliness, obedience, self-reliance, and respect for national symbol, and many others. These were the major, I think there are about 16 things, but I've just mentioned about 12. These were the things you see before as our national value in Nigeria. But you know what? When we talk about flaw, it means a system that been characterized with imperfection.
Okay, Mazi, before you move on to that, you've talked about when a system is valued and what it entails. And do not forget that we are here to treat the flawed system of Nigeria. So, when is a system said to be flawed or broken or faulted? What does it entail?
Yes, what it means that for a system to be flawed means that that system has become defective. A flawed system means a system that has been characterized by imperfection. That system can no longer hold. That system has become malfunctional. It has become unreliable. And in the case of the zoo, the Nigerian value system is not only defective, it is unfortunately compromised. How? By although Nigeria is a pluralistic society, where you can say that there are no strict rules to the value system, although there are, because even in the Britain, where you have unwritten constitution, there are still written stuffs. It's not that there are too many to be encapsulated in one single document. That's why it's called unwritten. So a flawed system is a system that have deviated from the original standpoint. A flawed value system is a system that has been destroyed. Nigeria value system has been what? Damaged. It's been broken down. And what do you get? I've mentioned things that were the normal value system. Since it became flawed, the opposite, the reverse become the case. If you bring it up as another question, I'll talk about when did it start? How? How did the Nigerian system become flawed? And what made it so? What destroyed it? What damaged the value system? I don't know if that will be a question you want me to talk about. There.
All right, go ahead with that.
Okay, so how did the Nigerian value system become flawed? The Nigerian value system became flawed from the point they altered the constitution to suit themselves. How do I mean? We were operating the kind of constitution we were operating before now that was acceptable to everybody, the independent constitution. Everybody was following with it. All of a sudden, certain people begin to introduce new things. They want to change the value system. They want to. Now, Nigeria is suffering from two major things: confused ideology. They are bringing two different ideologies, juxtaposing two contrary principles. Sharia law. They have Islamized Nigerian constitution without regard to Christians and to non-Christians and non-Muslims. When you have such things, it has negative effect on the society. So the system became valued and found when they introduced new ideologies. This idea of Ruga, that is Sharia, that is Islamization disguised. So these are where the problem comes from. So until you begin to address these things, and there are problems that come up when the system becomes flawed, when the value system or the constitution is altered to suit a secretarial interest. What will happen is that those values we hold here will no longer stand. There will be no loyalty again, no commitment to duty again. That's why you see in Nigeria now, you have people in the payroll, guest workers. They're collecting money, they're not working because the value system have been destroyed. There's no more honesty. When there was honesty, nobody will collect salary without working. When the value system was working, such things were not prevalent. So now because you have a defective value system, disobedience has taken over obedience. Disloyalty has replaced loyalty. When there is no more integrity in our value system, integrity was part of it. Now there's no more integrity. People are buying votes. People will come with forged certificates, patron. People are snatching power. So that is where the problem is. That's where the problem is now. Corruption has become the order of the day. Corruption has replaced integrity. Dignity of labor is no more there. So that's what you see and that's what you get when there is a flawed value system.
Mazi, I would have asked you another question, but let's continue with this because from what you're saying, all this, when you look at it, it is boiling down to the foundation of the amalgamation of Nigeria because it seems that there are so many things that we are not put in place. But I will bring that to you as we go on, and you almost push me into asking if Nigeria is an Islamic state or a secular state, though we may come to that, but let's continue. I want to ask, can a defective value system affect the political and judicial system of our country?
Yes, of course. The defective value system how can it affect the judicial system and the political? Simply put, pick from the example of that I've given on constitutionality, amending the constitution to suit certain section of the country without the consent of the others. The 1999 constitution, the Abdul Salam Islamic constitution that they practice now, was imposed. It was a military cooked up stuff. Nobody was it. No other part of the country were not party to it. A few group of people came up and wrote a constitution that has Sharia spelled out in it. Quran is quoted up to 20 times in it. You can't find Bible there. You can't find other sacred book of other people, of other nationalities there. So it was a purely Islamic concussion document that is imposed or not. How can it affect the political and the judiciary? Because it's the constitution that defines what they practice. Can you see that there have been concerted effort to smuggle it into the constitution officially in the amendment? They're trying to remove a clause. Once that clause is removed, Nigeria becomes a purely Islamic state. They've done it severally in the House. Other people resisted it. They're trying to introduce Ruga. What is Ruga? Building a place for the Fulanis, build mosques there. You want to build a city, a Fulani village in every state. You want to internalize Fulani in every state of the nation. Is Fulani the heartbeat of Nigeria? No, they're strangers. They're not even part of the indigenous people. The indigenous big race that make up Nigeria is the Igbo, the Yorubas, and the Hausas. The Fulanis came into picture in 1804 when the Osman Danfolio overran Gobel and killed their leaders. So they're not indigenous to all. And you want to internalize them in every state. That's where the problem is coming from. The Fulanis have been armed by Buhari everywhere. They everywhere kill him. The rifles they carry is licensed by the government. If they want to change our value system, what the Nigerian government in Imo State to alter the value system in Imo State. In Igbo land, we have life is sacred. It's an abomination to kill somebody anyhow. But now they're making it common, making it normal. Igbo, kill yourself. Flood the place will come. We talk about a priest shot a boy. I've said my view that I wouldn't even condemn that priest now. It is wrong to kill a child, yes. It is wrong to carry rifle. But ask the question, what led to that? Who takes the first blame? The state. If there is security, the priest will not carry.
Mazi, can you go ahead? All right, it is good to remind the President of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that the HOD, the HDOS, has made it clear to Nigerian states that they should not dare IPOB by putting forward Ruga settlements to Biafra land. Mazi, are you there? Let me try to get him back. I wouldn't know what is the problem, but I will try to get Mazi JCI back. The flood system of Nigeria that we are talking about started right from amalgamation, because ethnicity was not put into consideration. Core values or ethnic core values were not in any way put into consideration as well. There are so many things that were negated before that fraudulent amalgamation of Nigeria. Mazi, are you right here with us? All right, please, you can continue from where you stopped.
Okay, so I it's like I went off air.
Oh yeah, you went off. Yes,
So where did I stop?
Okay.
You need to remind me to
Yeah.
what point I stopped before I could continue.
Yeah, you were, yes, you were talking about how the do I call it alteration, because they said is that 1999 constitution as amended. Yes, that was where you are
Okay.
before you went off.
Okay. To wrap up on that, I said that the flawed system, how it affects the judiciary and the constitution is that now they are making it, they want to make it a pure Islamic constitution to Islamize the whole country. Secondly, on the judicial part of it, you can see what they're doing now. They've hijacked the judiciary. The executive hijacked the judiciary. Courts are issuing questionable judgment. A young man stole fowl. He is sentenced to death. Fowl, pure sign of hunger. He can't feed himself. And he went to sell a fowl. The court in Nigeria condemned him to death. But somebody stole 1.3 trillion. He went to court with police escort and went back home with police escort. Somebody stole 110 billion. He went to the court. Now police hold him back. They were hailing him as he was walking out of court. So a man that stole 110 billion. So you could see that they've changed the value system. They have rubbish. They've changed. The integrity is calm. Nigeria is a carcass, a shadow. The real entity has left. The integrity is gone. Nobody trusts and believes the court again. That is why they can commit any crime until you go to court. They know they own the court. You can't get justice there. That is why 3 courts of competent jurisdiction have pronounced judgment that Mazi Nnamdi should be freed and is still held. How can Tinubu be free and be moving around without shame? That he does not respect the laws that made him a president. The constitution brought you there, if there is any. Today, the court made pronouncement, you don't obey the court. One of the value system of any decent, any sense society is what? Upholding the rule of law. In every decent society.
Mazi, you seem to be experiencing technical glitch, but we will sort it out. We will sort it out. And that is part of the flawed system that we are talking about, a system where people spend money on network tariff, but they are always frustrated. That is part of flawed system. Mazi, you are welcome back.
Thank you. So I've said information on this point that the act of removing a governor that was legally elected, that is Ikedioha, and improves a criminal. Everybody know him as a criminal. It's not that we're calling him a criminal because we don't like him. Those of us who know Hopes of the knew that he's a public, he imposed on the people. It was imposed on the people. That is how the flawed value system affects the judiciary. The judiciary has just sentenced a young man that stole fowl to death. Like I said, 5 politicians who stole billions have been escorted to police. So that is all that I have to say about that.
And EFCC, we published that they are looking for Yahaya Bello, and the present governor of Kogi State will escort him to EFCC premises, and he will walk back home, and then they will ask him to appear in court. But this was a person that was published that he is wanted, and that is a flawed system for you. And Mazi, don't you think that this broken or defective system is, I wouldn't say part of, but the fundamental problem of ethnic crisis, and even the ethnic the identity crisis that is ongoing in Nigeria today? Don't you think that is part of it?
Yes, if you say that the flown value system could be the primary source or constitute to the problems we have, like the unrest, the ethnic upheavals and all what have you, that is absolutely correct. Because if the values are upheld, the right values, the problems will be minimized in the society. How do I mean? Soludo woke up and said that releasing Mazi Kanu will not put an end to insecurity. Although we know this a political statement, is trying to is speaking out his mind. He wants re-election. They know that Nigeria, wrong people get elected when there are no voices. Everybody know what Mazi Kanu represents. Tinubu told us he was holding Mazi Kanu when he released Igboho because they begged him not to release Kanu because of Imo election. Why? They know that Nnamdi Kanu is an institution that epitomizes truth and justice. He fights injustice with everything in him. So in the East, you want to do evil, you avoid him. You stay far away. They don't want him out as long as they want evil to last. So these things affect the society. They call part of the problem we have in Imo State because of a flawed value system. If you have the right values of integrity, how will a judge bring number 4 to take over? Number 4 in an election, because we have a failed and a systematic, a system that is properly deliberately designed to fail. So you are not wrong. You are not far from the truth. And that is the genesis of the problem. You mentioned it ultimately. From the very beginning, the zoo was built on wrong principles. These people know we're not one. They went to the north. I was just looking at certain things a few days ago in my research. The British got to the north and saw that the value system there, religious-wise, was Islam. And they know that if they touch that aspect of them, they will revolt. It will be difficult to control. They told them, no, continue with your Islam. We just need you. We need you to go and suppress the people. Because the very reason why we amalgamated was that Britain was looking for somebody they can hand over power to, so that they can have access to all the resources in the old Southeast. That was all.
We will deal with the glitch today. And Mazi, are you on? A collapsed value system, not just only flawed, not just only defected or defective, not only just broken, but completely collapsed. We apologize for the glitch. We will get there. This is why. Yes, Mazi, you are back.
Yes. Thank you. I'm sorry about all the interruptions.
No, it's not your fault. Just go ahead. Go ahead. No problem about that. I've apologized to our viewers and they understand what is going on. Just go ahead.
So, like I was saying, the flown system get back to Hopo Zadema. It's a flown system, value system that produce Hopo Zadema. It's a flown value system that produce Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nigeria strives on illegality. Corruption is a new value system. The value system has changed in Nigeria. Integrity has been replaced with the mediocrity and corruption. Loyalty has been replaced with disloyalty. What do you call it? Dignity of labor has been replaced with guest workers. So everything that makes Nigeria, that would have make it a nation and build a prosperous nation has been altered. And what that you see, how it produces the problem to society is that if you remove light, darkness will take over naturally. If you remove justice, injustice sets in naturally. If you take away dignity, corruption will hold sway. Corruption will take over everywhere, and that's what we have in the zoo. That is why the judiciary has failed completely. What led to the collapse of the Nigerian system is this flawed or defective value system level.
Thank you so much, Mazi. Now, looking at the present collapse system of Nigeria, do you think that it shall be or it is amendable?
No, anybody can come and speak grammar. It's not amendable because we have what you have a systematic failure. This systematic failure we have in the zoo is not a result of mistakes. You must understand that the society is dynamic. Because the society is not static, the value systems are not static. To be honest with you, value systems of every given society varies from time to time. Contemporary realities do affect the system. That's why you have the amended laws. That's why they amend constitution. Why do they do that? To inculcate or to absorb, to accept new realities, to absorb, to accept new ways of life. Good and fine. This state cannot be amended because the system is completely flawed legally. They want to do a constitution that cannot work. You brought an Islamic constitution for people in a secular state to practice. How do you amend it? Are we amending to go back to the old system, or are we amending to force every Christian to accept Islam and accept Ruga? So that is why it's not amendable. It would have been amendable if they said, no, remove those wrong things we are not used to. Remove your...
All right, as you continue to struggle with the technical glitch, I love some comments that I am seeing here. I see the comment of a Charles Simba. You say that anything that has expired should be thrown into the bin. Nigeria has expired, and there is nothing anyone can do about that. And this is just the reality. That's just the reality. And I will also see if I can get Mazi JCI back. And you see, this is the network that MTN has just increased their tariff to 100%. And do not be surprised, there is nothing that Nigerian government is going to do about that. Instead, they will continue to impoverish and putting people on poverty because the man on seat has nothing to offer. Mazi JCI, you're back and you're welcome back.
Yes, thank you. Yes, it cannot be amended because we are operating on a failed state. We're operating on strange ideologies right now that we didn't consent to. It cannot be amended now because the zoo has expired in 2014. If you want to correct the zoo now, we need to go back to the drawing board. Without sentiment, Nigeria needs to be renegotiated. Somebody forced us together. We didn't agree to come together. No Igbo man signed the amalgamation document. We were coerced because they want to steal our resources. And they've stolen more than enough. After 100 years, they said it's a clause. After 100 years, if you want to separate, you can now come together and agree and go your separate ways. 100 years has expired. They are not talking about it. What I tell you for free, if you have a product, a perishable product, maybe a milk has an expiring date. If the milk is meant to last for 2 years, it's meant to expire January 2nd, 2025. That's the expiring date. And it was produced 2 years ago, in 2023. If by June 2023 you open the milk, you didn't refrigerate it, If you didn't do anything to preserve it, it will expire even before the expiring date. It will continue to get spoiled. Nigeria got spoiled before it expired. Nigeria has got spoiled before the 2014 when it expired officially. So now the product had expired. Even the date the expiring date has gone past, and you still want to keep it good. How? You are telling go and bring chemical to purify it. It's not possible. It's rotten now. Maggots are inside the milk. The only thing is to throw it away. Go and buy a fresh one. We need fresh countries, or else people will continue to suffer. We need fresh people to come together and say, do you want Nigeria? Yes, we'll continue. We don't want Nigeria. Go your ways. We need fresh air. Look at small countries like Niger. Small countries like Senegal are abandoning their colonial past. Tinubu went to bring back the old anthem. What does that tell you? It means that is his new value system. Let me explain this thing for us to understand. Currently, what is the value system of the current government? Their value system is old colonial past. Bring France. Who hand with your enemies, those who have destroyed you, those who put you in bondage. His value system is France, French relationship. His value system is Ruga, Islamization and colonization. So there's no way we can make progress going the wrong way or following wrong principles or principles that we didn't collectively agree as a people. There we.
Thank you so much, Mazi. You've just said it because as other countries are throwing away their colonial masters, you can see the Nigerian president going to bring them in. China is there. Now France is there. And we are yet to remove the cubicles of the British government, and he is now bringing in this one. But IPOB has come to say no to Nigeria. We have come to say that we are no longer interested in your corrupt system. We are no longer interested in your devalued and collapsed system. And that was why our leader will always say then, na anyị ji ndị a ebe ọ dị njọ. You know, they thought that as they are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that uh, all the everything about IPOB will collapse, and that is why you see them still using their agents, even the one you can hardly think of, to make sure that the DOS is destroyed, that IPOB is destroyed, so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra restoration will be forgotten. But that will not happen. You know, as the mantra, we go nowhere, we are there, because all we will get is our freedom. And then Mazi, let's take us that to back to Mr. President. You know that Mr. President went to Enugu State. And what do you think about his visit? Because I was even annoyed seeing him appearing in that uh, Isiago and that red cap. I think that is too insultive and disgrating to Igbo land, seeing him appearing in that attire.
Wow, this is awesome. So I thought I'm the only one that reasoned in this manner. I used to think I'm the only one. Maybe I used to think, am I the only one going mad? I was angry to see him on Isiago. Why is Tinubu wearing Isiago? He's killing Igbo people. Has he come to laugh us? Do you know how many people Tinubu has killed? Is that hate speech? Who is not aware that the Nigerian government is in the east killing people every day? The reports are everywhere in black and white. It's not them saying it. Inter-society has written the report is there. They're telling him, go and carry out an inquiry into the extrajudicial killing. He said, no. Why should we investigate them? That do what to send them to do? So you're killing the Igbos. You're coming. What is he coming to do? I just hope he didn't come for one thing. Because from the little I know, the Imobi of Ohaneze mandated Peter Mba to supervise the election that will usher in a new PG of River State extraction comes on Friday. So I hope, because these are not things somebody will say on phone. Even himself were afraid. He doesn't know who is working in the those network he want to use to communicate. I hope he didn't come to Enugu to come and superimpose anybody on Ohaneze. Because now the ADF, an organization, that come up to say, look, oh, you people, Nigerian government, you want to impose Okairo on us. And Igbo governors, I'm not here to insult now, I'm to advise. Peter Mba, don't allow Tinubu to use you to alter or to influence the outcome of the Hanese PG elections. Because why? How many years do you want to spend in office? How much more do you want to steal? How much will it take? Think about the future. We have suffered enough. It is our turn to rule, they refuse. Anytime it's time for the Igbo, Yoruba will take it. Anytime Igbo man is meant to rise, they will bring a Yoruba man. Go and check it. I talk about it on Friday. 1979, the most qualified was Zik. They gave it to Shagari. Obasanjo was the head of state military. Obasanjo gave it to Shagari. In 1979, they told us that that party that was ruling, where Alex Ikweme was the vice president, that they have zoned the presidency. It is going to the east after Shagari. They will quickly take over power before Shagari finishes tenure. The North collected it back. The game continued. In 1999, Alex Ikweme was the most qualified candidate for the PDP convention. I shed tears. I was in Abuja that weekend. When I give you get the 130 million to support the stuff. Obasanjo was in prison, cooling off, when Ikweme suffered and built the party called PDP. Obasanjo was in prison. He did nothing about it. He wasn't part of it. They woke up and gave it to Obasanjo. They know Obasanjo will return power to them. That's what they gave it to him. From nowhere, they said everybody should vote Obasanjo. That they are zoning it. That is turn by turn. That is not our turn. That to compensate because of Abiola, that they should give it to Obasanjo because OPC was making noise. OPC was shouting to the Republic, burning houses in Lagos. They quickly gave it to Obasanjo. Obasanjo finished. He returned it back to the north. He gave it to Yadwa. Are you guys following the story? During the convention that brought in Yadwa as a presidential district, my uncle went for it. He called, he said, there's an order for the party leadership, that's PDP, that everybody should vote for Yadwa. That is turn by turn. That after the north, it will come to the east. That was PDP constitution. That's their value system, their code of conduct. They agreed, they voted Yadwa. By default, Jonathan came. They pushed Jonathan away. When it's now turn for the Igbos, all of them, they negated. Everybody left. Everybody abandoned the rotation. Nobody talk about the Igbo again. They went around, turned around. PDP men went to join other party. All of them went and float the Islamic party called APC, and now they carry the power and give back to another region. Now, P2B was the most qualified, and he won the election. The whole world knows he won the election. They have given it to Bala Tinubu. Tinubu is wearing red cap to come to Igbo land to do what? When would all this insult end? Peter Mba, be careful. Don't allow Tinubu to use you against the next generation. This generation, this Mazi Kanu generation, is not a generation of the past where you fool, they don't know. The difference now is that if you're holding us on the ground, we know what is going on. It's not like where you fool our ancestors, our forefathers, where they were deceived. We know what is going on, and we are planning, and we are thinking. Tinubu, Peter Mba, be careful. Now Tinubu is bringing France to Enugu to come and carry our coal. This little coal reserve, they will empty it. Coal is not a replenishable resources. Yes, as they're taking it, it's going down. Don't allow Tinubu, France, and Britain to empty it. Britain is carrying the coal every day. They are not bringing France to do the same thing. Do you want to empty the coal before you take your Republic? It's taking all our resources to build their place. The reason why people are dying every day in Imo State is because there is gas there. Chevron is laying pipe. They're taking our pipe to Europe to sell. They must kill all the youth and chase all the youth away. So I'm suspecting that Tinubu went to Enugu to go and convince Peter Mba to influence the Ohanese election, because Peter Mba that is to supervise it according to the assignment given to him by Imop. That's just my own personal understanding. That's the only thing I can see. It is either he went there to find out what they can steal from there with France. I hope he's not thinking about military base in the east. And people need to start speaking of Nwada.
Thank you, Mazi. You know that Meti Allah has been providing the or have been appointing. I will call it appointed because they say they do a Hanese election, but no, it was initially Meti Allah that has been appointing the PGs for Ohaneze, but this time around the Imobi, which even comprise both of the Meti Allah and those who have destroyed Biafrans, are the now people advising Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. And Mazi, there is something I want to ask. I know you may not be prepared for this question, but I will ask it because we are just trying to connect the dots. Okay, but before I bring that, do you think that this Ohaneze forthcoming election is part of the battle that has been going on in River State for some time now?
Yes, of course, I said it before that the reason why the only assignment Tinubu has for Wike is to make sure that River State is not identified with Igbo. The reason is simple. Tinubu knows that this fight, they can't fight it for too long. That any day, truthful person assumes power at the global stage, Biafra is gone. And Trump has come. And let me tell you for free, our freedom is not tied to Trump. With or without Trump, Biafra will come. The only difference is the distance, the space of time that will happen. Now, the reason why Wike is fighting tooth and nail to obtain powers in River State is that Fabula came publicly and spoke Igbo when he welcomed Abia State Governor. He said he's Igbo, and he's Igbo. Nobody is begging anybody to be Igbo. He is Igbo. The Obobo people were Judge of Obobo. The Judge of Obobo discovered that small city. The Igbo they speak there is Ami Igbo. The Igbo they speak in Ami Igbo in Imo State, where Judge of Obobo hailed from. He spoke Igbo. He identified with his heritage as an Igbo man. Wike didn't like that. Wike has come to lie that he's not Igbo. So Tinubu is thinking with all their political crook, they're thinking if we get to the worst, Igbo should go. Before they rigged the election and took power, when they refused to hand over to Obi, the agreement is that if you come to the war, that they rather allow Igbo to go than to allow Igbo man to be in Asurok. Obi is forgetting that. He's idiocy. I don't know when you declare his eye that an Igbo man can never go to Asurok. So they are making sure they're fighting tooth and nail to ensure that River State is not part of Ohanese, because if it does, automatically River State will go with Biafra. And they can't change it. The post-war narrative lie that Ikure is not Igbo. Ikure is debunking it themselves. Ikure's sons and daughters are coming publicly to say, what kind of history, what rubbish is this? Why are you denying us our heritage? So now they want to change game. The game is let them go and look for somebody that will obey them to superimpose. And maybe that's where Mike Okairo is coming from. Because I don't know how Mike Okairo will protect Igbo interests. When he was IG of police, I never see him associated with anything Igbo. All true. How come is he now that is 75 years, he wants to become Igbo? Yes, I agree you are from Egbema, part of Igbo in River State. But we'll never see you associate with the larger Igbo society. So the whole game in River State was, the theater of war was in Imo. When Imo had the PG ship, now the PG ship are moved to River State. Tinubu and through Wike wanted to make the place ungovernable. So rightfully put, it's part of it. That's the reason.
Thank you so much, Mazi, for your awesome analysis. And I want to ask this question. You see, there was a time that they tried to push this narrative about IPOB political wing, which the head of the directors of states came to came out several times, and the IPOB also made the several times press releases that we don't know what anything about IPOB political wing. But recently, just in this 2025, another canker one was opened. Could there be any connection? It is said from Vanguard that IPOB cut deals with Tinubu's son Mazi, is there any time that IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, that is being led by the current directorates of states under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi, did cut any deal with Tinubu and his son? And could this be connected to the IPOB political wing that they were trying to project? Because in this present canker, they said that IPOB agreed that there will be no boycotts. I want you to connect it with that narrative or the projection of IPOB political wing. What do you have to say about this?
Yes, Mawazi, this whole story that revolves around this narrative, I didn't see where it was tailored to the so-called IPOB political wing. Everybody knows there's nothing called IPOB political wing. It is said in the legal cycles that the pain is mightier than the sword. Mazi Chichi destroyed that nonsense, that garbage. You don't even write up. Just with one single write-up, the whole nonsense of IPOB political rule, it just became useless. Nobody even listened to them again. Because one write-up, that's why I said that he's a quiet achiever, but people don't know him. The issue of IPOB negotiating with Tinubu is not true. IPOB never did. Anything that didn't come from the Directorate of State cannot be attributed to IPOB. But don't forget that the zoo does everything deliberately. One of the, right now we'll talk about the current value. One of the prevailing, what they call national value of Nigeria is propaganda, falsehood, telling lies, spreading wrong narrative. There's one young man called Annie. Sit Emeka Ono Annie, something. He used to post Igbo history. These are people hired by the government. I went to check his profile. He wrote friend of the Nigerian government. He went to write Igbo, Islam in Igbo land. You see, he can be posting Igbo stories, but he has an agenda. You want to plant a false narrative. There's nothing like Islam in Igbo land. We don't have such. So you see that this propaganda, they are good at it. That they actually can't deal with Tinubu when and how. Is there anybody in the Onyendu's family that's a member of the directorate? The answer is no. So if the directorate didn't send you, you are going on your own. It's bad to say you are representing an organization that they didn't send you. Is it not the same way somebody, one criminal somewhere was using our leader's name? Say he's heading Israel, he's the spokesperson, and the organization didn't send you. And the organization you say are representing have come publicly to deny you. Say, look, go by our record, you're not our member, we don't know you. So if you are attributing anything to him, you are calling IPOB. It's all propaganda, it's all lies. Any family can go and negotiate any deal. Yes. You can't stop that. You and I cannot stop that. IPOB principles can't stop anybody, any member of Onyendu family to go and cut any deal. We cut it purely on family front. If you go as a family of Onyendu, you want to do any deal with anybody, good and fine on family, not as IPOB. Because there being Onyendu sibling doesn't make you a representative of IPOB. Not at all. It's only the directorate that has power. I am a principal officer. I lead the family in the zoo. I cannot go and negotiate anything with any government without the directorate sending me. You don't do that. If you do that, they will sack you immediately. So if anybody that is not royal subject to the family, only a member of the family, can IPOB sack them? IPOB cannot sack them. They're not principal officers. So they're doing it to their own, but nobody should associate. You can't bring the holy name of this organization to private, to personal deals. People have been cutting deals. On a personal note, I don't like when you do siblings, the way they behave. It's not about who is wrong or who is right. This time that we are is when they should have rallied around DOS to fight, have a common fault. They should have one voice. They should have been supportive. How do we do? Imagine they have done what they should be doing, working with the directorate. I don't think this thing would have been prolonged this far. So, sir, it is not true. IPOB did not cut any deal with Tinubu's farm. It never happened. Probably only do siblings did. So, and I'm not here to say whether they are wrong or right. They are human beings. They can cut and they have been doing deals now. The one that called himself lawyer, is he not collecting contract? Did IPOB see him? Did he ask IPOB whether he should collect contract or not? It's his personal life. So anybody can go and negotiate anything with them. I even said it. If they cut deal with the family, why are they negating on the deal? Yes. If they got only to convince only to say let there be no election boycott, and there was no election boycott. If they agreed that okay, if IPOB didn't declare election boycott, because they know how it will affect them, the adverse effect on the election. If fine, they didn't do that, why can't they keep to their own part of the bargain? Are they truth breakers? These criminals that don't keep to a covenant. If the family had an agreement with them, they should obey the covenant, whatever they agreed. As you don't have to pin it on IPOB. In the same way they pin all the killings in the East on IPOB. So that is what I got to say.
It is pretty much good that this is coming from a member of the Directorate of States that IPOB in no way cuts any deal with any government or any individual. Mazi, that remind
Point of correction. I'm not yet a member of the Directorate of State.
you are the deputy representative. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank you so much for
West African rep.
yes, thank you. Thank you so much, but you are close. You are close and not just are close. Thank you for that correction. And that also reminds me, thank you so much. That reminds me of the ongoing Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu signing petition. Mazi, I don't know if you have paid close attention to what is happening to that petition. You know, the wife of our leader said that that petition is yet to hit 10,000 signatories. But if you check that petition, I myself have tried to sign this petition on 3 occasions. But what happens is this: when you get to where you will append your signatory, it will immediately direct you to share instead of sign. And that is why I don't know if that is what is happening to other people. That petition has been going on for 3 months up till now cannot hit 10K, even as Robert Spencer has also done justice to that Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ongoing petition. Mazi, what do you think that is an obstruction to global signatory to this petition?
Nwada, there are institutions that rule the world, that control the world. One of those institutions many don't know, pay attention to, is the media. These demons that control and mislead our societies have hijacked the media. That's what we talk about mainstream street media. They're in union. You see the way they are fighting Trump, all of them. They knit together. These criminals all over the world, first thing they do is to buy the media. And who controls the narrative, controls the way you think. So when you talk about societal and social values or national value, I've said that one of the values of the zoo is propaganda, false narrative, and that's the value of Britain. That's what they used to conquer Africa, telling lies, changing our stories. Now, what is happening in that place is that those areas have been hijacked. You cannot get to 10,000. It will be difficult. Do you know why? The zoo pays spies everywhere. Somebody has been settled. You cannot sign. The same thing, I've shared it severally. I tried to sign, I couldn't sign. Once you want to sign, it sends you to share. Why? It's you hijack. The same way we struggle to come and air. They're after us. Anything you write that has to do with IPOB, red light comes, they'll come attack you. The day I made a post that talk about release Mazi, I made a post just 2 months ago. And I read some stuff. I tagged Trump, and Trump gave a thumb up. Immediately, Trump just put like on it. They pull it down. Twitter pull it down immediately, instantly. I went to my other platform to resend it. Immediately, they start suppressing it. Next day, they start removing my followership. As I speak now, Twitter has removed over 600 people. It's their duty every day now. As people are following me, they're removing them. From 997, they brought it to 800 something. Now they ensure it doesn't go above 800. So they control everywhere. So don't think more than 10,000. If they wanted 2 million to sign, 2 million people will sign it in less than a week. But we're in a world controlled by criminals. I see one criminal was giving awards to criminals that are killing people. People that kill people everywhere, they're giving them awards. So it's a sad story. But we don't need to worry whether they signed that thing or not. Heaven has signed. All you do be released. Biafra will come. Write it to your diary. It's a given. It's sacrosanct. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mazi. I sincerely enjoy your today's analysis, being the first analysis for the year 2025. I don't know if there are other things that you may want to say in as a parting message, because we are about winding down this program.
Yeah, I want to talk about, we said, we'll talk about value system. I've talked about custodians of value system. The custodians of value system should be held to account. A child was shot in a church. They shouldn't nail the pastor. They should not crucify the pastor alone. Crucify the system that forced a pastor to carry gun. That is where we should start. In what's it called? In phenomenology, we don't go to the primary. We don't just look at the problems. We go to their genesis, to the primary source. So talk about what is the zoo? Is there any solution? What is the root cause of these problems? We'll talk about the flawed value system. If we must have something good, go back to drawing board, go back to negotiating table. All the old value system have been untaught. The good have been replaced with evil. You have a president who forged certificate. You have a president. Everything about the zoo is corruption. You can't have there can be no remedy until we jettison, until we wake up and say, look, we want to be sincere. We don't have a country. We have a British farm. We have a Royal Niger company. Let's have a country. Who wants to be part of our country? Let's be a country and build a country. We continue this way, more people will continue to die. Now, they are in the east because Chevron is laying a pipe to Europe to sell our gas. They want to kill every young man in Imo State. You dying, you know why you are dying. People were just released from prison recently. They should know why they were present. People need to know why they're doing what they're doing. If we die, those remaining should continue. Biafra must come. My joy is that majority of us are in diaspora. They've sent us away. More than 75% of Biafrans are in diaspora. And we're doing the needful. We're preparing. Biafra must come. Either you allow us to settle peacefully and say goodbye, or we try any other option available. They couldn't conquer us in 1967. They cannot conquer us now. We are in legions. As I speak now, you don't know the number of thousands of Americans in the United States. The number is crazy. You can't count how many Nigerians, how many Igbos, how many Biafrans you have in ordinary Ghana, in Togo, in all these countries around. So how do you think you can conquer this army? Everybody wants Biafra. Everybody. Before they didn't want Biafra, they wanted Obi. They've known that truly they can never get it. Until Tinubu empties all the coal in Enugu. Until Tinubu empties all the oil and gas in Imo State. And because it will take them a long time, we have the largest deposit of gas in the world. That is why every Igbo youth must die. They have burned 4,000 houses. Government is not asking question. Where is that done? Where in the world do you have the state killing people? That's why they voted him high in organized crime. The whole world is seeing what he's doing in Imo State. Tinubu, the world, America, those that put you, they're still using this judgment to check you, put your check. So you can sell this as cheap. When they call you one call, they will show you the report, they tell you the application, they tell you what they can do to that effect. They tell you how easy it is to remove you. You sell cheap. You must do what they want you to do. You must go and kill your people, but how long? Tinubu at what age? I've asked this question before. What is it that Tinubu want to eat now that he has not eaten? Yes, I was with a friend, I was asking him, what kind of champagne do you want to drink you have not drunk? What kind of enjoyment do you want you have not enjoyed? So why would you continue to do wrong thing? Live a life that will affect your people positively. At my age now, there's nothing else I want in life that I want. There's no kind of car I want to drive I'm not driven. I'm not blabbing. There's no kind of food I want to eat now I'm not eating at my age. So why would I live to affect my people positively? Peter Ba, what is it you want? Is it money? Is it name? Do the right thing. Ohanese must produce the right person. If Cairo is sponsored by the zoo, Cairo must not become Ohanese PG. Even if he does, tell him to write his will. It's not a threat, tell him. When he get there, he will ask you now. And also they will explain to you what happened to them. Any wrong person that get your Amado, I will kill that person less than 1 year. It's not a threat, it's a piece of information. You guys should go and do the thing. Let the right person from Rivers become the Ohanese PG. Anybody that does not have Igbo interest should not go there. Anybody that is in support of one Nigeria does not need to go there. We do not belong to Nigeria. Nigeria has not do any good. We will do better without Nigeria. Or Cairo, you will be better without Nigeria. Imagine Obasanjo stopped the privatization of Port Harcourt refinery because he has shares there. Not because he wants what is good for the people. He was thinking about his own shares. How many Rivers people have shares in Port Harcourt refinery? Kings in Rivers State, do you have shares there? The answer is no. Kings in Bayelsa, do you have shares in the Warri refinery? Our king, the king in Warri land, what's it called? All the king around, do you have shares there? You don't. So in Biafra, all the resources will belong to you. Why are you fighting for a system that hates you? Everybody should do the right thing. That's what I want to say. Tinubu, stop killing our people. Tinubu is killing our people in Imo State. Purpose of them, man, stop killing your people. Stop killing your people. Stop killing. They are killing because of gas, because of the gas pipeline. They should stop. We don't kill. We're not known for killing our people. They want to impose a wrong culture. Our place is not where pastors carry gun to church. Purpose of them, you have caused it. Armed purification in Igbo land is sponsored by the Nigerian government. It's easy to buy gun and it's cheaper so that we can continue killing our spouse. Our people need to wake up. Nobody should attack any church in Imo State. Who puts on the man knows what he's doing. Nobody should attack any church. Catholic Church, by average, I'm not a Catholic. I have no plans to become a Catholic. I support the truth. If you talk about a church that are modest, church that are tolerant, have tolerance. There are churches you go to, you sit on the chair because of the way you dress. Everybody will give you space. Catholic church is not like that. Nobody should burn any church in Imo State. Hopus of the man has brought this Islam. They are using any gimmick they want to instigate the youth against themselves. So when you go and burn St. Columba's church, another person will look for another church to burn, then other churches will start going down. Such nonsense must not happen in our land. That is what I want to advise. Tinubu release Mazi Nnamdi. Let's part in peace. You said that to know. Everybody should know that Yorubas are our enemies. Tinubu is killing people in our state. He has refused to. The state has all it takes to stop the killing. Yes. Go and investigate those robbing every day. Police is dragging money. And a civilian, his private money, wealth. Police is dragging it with gun in his hand. And he took it away. They back all the criminal thieves. People in uniform are the ones committing crime. The state, the federal government refused to investigate or stop it. So they're the one that sent them. Tinubu, please stop killing our people. We have killed enough. It's not a crime that they look in put gas in Imo State. Everybody in Imo State must not die because Chevron is laying pipe to take our gas to Europe. America, stop supporting wrong thing. These things will backfire. Britain, you have killed enough. You people should stop killing our people. Because we outside, we are thinking. And we will come to that place any moment. Any moment. If you think you want to hold candidate in 2007, you are a utopian traitor. Mazi Nnamdi must be freed this year. We're not here to threat again. We're not talking again. You can see the direct, nobody's talking again. We are planning and we are preparing. Well, that is where I want to stop.
Mazi, thank you so much. You know, I talked about you giving your party message, but it seems I will still keep here for next 1 minute or 2 minutes. Do you know when you are talking about the extravagant life of the, I would say the so you mentioned the Nigerian president in particular. Mazi, do you know that in as much as the stampede that took about 70 lives in Nigeria because of Christmas rice, and the organizers of the programs were some of them were arrested. Mazi, come 2025, what is Nigerian government having on the table to cushion the effect of hunger? You arrested the organizers. The government came out to blame the organizers. Do they supposed to blame or even arrest the organizers? What exactly do the government supposed to do in this 2025? This stampede, yes. Okay, you go ahead. You go ahead.
That speaks volume of the value system. The action of the government is showing you their value, their body language. people that got into power through fraudulent means. They have no respect for rule of law. They have no respect. They have no respect for human dignity. They have no value for life. They don't care. Dying is normal. That is why a president, 70 people died. They didn't touch him. They don't move him. He can travel. He's traveling to Enugu to cut deals. He couldn't go to Okeja to see those who died. He couldn't go to the scene in Abuja to see those who died. He couldn't go to Oyo to see people died. Look at the triangular death mark. It's not a good sign. On the first day of the year, he started the year with killing. His presidency has been characterized with killings. We don't talk about it. The dirty journalists, the dirty Kobo Kota errats, are they talking about is rated the most corrupt in the world around here? They don't talk about it. What they do is they bring out something to their attention. They must find one story attached to Mazi Nnamdi. They just find one thing that will take the attention of the Igbos away. Everybody must be talking about the Igbo people. Everything must be one negative thing about the Igbo. Oh, they have perfected the tradition for Eba. They want to divert attention. What with the concern with the extradition of Eba? Is that the discussion? Or is that what you'll be talking about now that people are dying? That your president is rated the third most corrupt of the world. They're talking about Eba. Is that all we should be talking about now? Imagine the kind of family talk with the Tinubu son. Is that the topic to discuss it? They're not people who have no shame. So the agenda he has for 2025 is more death, more hunger. Go and look at when you see a country that want to make progress, look at their budget, their appropriation bill, how much is voted for agriculture, and where is it invested into? He's only interested in private investment. Tinubu is making more private investment for himself and his cronies in the southwest. That's all. It doesn't give a damn. What pains me, what makes me cry, is that a foolish person as old as Dave Omahe is there being used. He's building road in Lagos. Nothing is happening in his bed. There's no railway in Southeast. One political stooge that eats crumbs, that called himself Kanu Benjamin, he said Tinubu is the best president. He remembered, are you normal? Your brain they work. He took the turn of the Igbos. Obi is the one that won the election. Tinubu stole it. And you're President Tinubu. How many projects has he executed in Igbo land? He only signed a paper. How much is voted on that paper? How much is voted to Igbo Southeast Development Commission in 2025 appropriation bill that your president to do? Are you normal? So Nwada, his agenda for this year is more hunger. But thank God IPOB. Thank God for DOS. If you see those people in DOS, president, wisdom, those people sharing rice. It's not rice you should be sharing. Share rice seedings. Because that one bag of rice can take a family for 4 weeks. Half bag of that rice seedings will take a family for 1 year, and they'll still have leftover to give others. IPB share seed. Go and look for IPB leadership. Join hand, share seed. Igbos, farming season is coming. Instead of buying rice in December, give them quarter bag of rice seed that you share now. We provide that family with more than 25 bags of rice at harvest. Want to carry them for the whole of next year will be produced if you share seed now. So that's what I'm saying. The government, the agenda for this year is more hunger, more killings. But Elohim will disappoint them. He will ask Abacha when they cross over. Nobody is too powerful that man that sees over the affairs of men does not see to it. Only do be released. We have handed over our battle to Elohim, and you see him fight this year. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mazi, for having done this great justice to today's program, and I'm hoping that as we move forward and advance to our freedom, that we shall continue having you on this platform to continue informing and enlightening our people and informing the world the evil of Nigerian and British government and why we took the project to restore Biafra. Thank you so much, Mazi, and thank you so much, wonderful viewers. Thank you to our technical crew and all the lovers of freedom, those who have remained with us, those who have contributed. We see all your contributions, and We keep moving forward. We remain resolute to this project of restoration. We shall never go back. I still remain Nwada Jovista Chichi as I say to you goodbye and enjoy your Sunday.
You go like to pretend, do not run away. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I talk. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I am. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I talk.